So there's a blank canvas full of opportunity and excitement, right? Sometimes people feel very intimidated. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to really simplify this. I'm going to go through and tell you some of my steps that I do when I start a painting. Hi, this is Deanna of Shady Tree Maker, and this is my video series called Making with Shady Tree Maker. And basically what I'm creating this series to be about is really having guidance from a professional fine artist, kind of whispering in your ear some tips. All right, we're starting from a blank canvas and we're gonna get ourselves to a final painting. Let's get started. How do I start a painting? Is to decide why you're actually creating this painting. I create something that has an emotional tie for me. It's either a place that I've been that has a lot of great memories, or it's something that I really want to remember in a profound way. For this piece, this is actually a commission. So you have to kind of step into their mind and really earnestly and empathetically understand where they're coming from. So I kind of interview the people that commission me for work to really see why they want me to make this piece. For this piece, it is for my soon-to-be former physical therapist. She's a really amazing person, and she spent just about a year here in Vermont. And this piece is to commemorate her and her husband's first year of marriage and time in Vermont. That's pretty special. That emotion and the insight into why the piece is being created is actually the full base of how I start a piece. This influences the palette, this influences the way that I'm gonna paint something, this influences the scale, this influences absolutely everything. You know why you're making your painting. Now let's get started and figure out what size canvas you're gonna need. So to figure out the size, you're basically gonna just figure out the ratio. I did a little bit of math based on the image that Ellie had sent me. You want the proportions to be natural and for things to be able to line up. So then when you do your rendering and you do all your drawing and you make sure your proportions are correct, the size of the canvas isn't messing you up. This next step is quite possibly my favorite. So I go through and I have a little palette box that I've made that has some little swatches that I've made or I've collected. Home Depot definitely thinks that I own several mansions for the amount of palette little slips there that I've grabbed. Now that you have your colors, now it's time to move on to grabbing some brushes. So I choose the ones that feel right. I usually choose a large, a medium, and a small brush. I only put out the primary colors to start off my painting. So I bring out yellow, red, blue, white, and I also bring out burnt sienna. So those are the colors that I always start out with. I actually pretty much exclusively use the primary colors and burnt sienna in my paintings. Being nice and relaxed before starting your painting is actually maybe the most important step. They're all really important. I like to make sure that the studio space that I'm working in is nice and clean. I have a nice glass of water to drink, and I have a separate glass of water to put to clean my paintbrushes in. I have a little rag. I have my palette all set up with my paints. I have my palette swatches out and ready to kind of keep me company. I've maybe made some tea. I'm in a good emotional state, is what I'm trying to say. So I make sure things are nice and clean and organized so that I have plenty of opportunity to make it messy. All right, now I'm gonna get started on actually working on my painting. Now you may be wanting more guidance in painting. If this is the case, you can go to my website and sign up for a personal lesson with me where we can learn art together. And I can do it online or outside in person. So I'm going to be making videos talking a little bit more about my process of creating the foundation of a painting, some color mixing videos, and things like that. So anything that you are curious and want to be seeing, please do let me know, and I can be sure to include those in my queue of videos that I'll be making. The list is getting quite long. The exciting thing about this painting is I used my own paints that I made from nature, and if you've seen my other videos, you know about my video series called Nature Made, which you can check out. If you would like to commission me for a painting, please reach out to me. You can email me at shadytreemaker@gmail.com or visit my website and go under the commission section. You can view my portfolio on my website and give me the story of what it is that you're excited about. I'm so excited to do commissions. It's always really rewarding for me, and the person that commissions me usually is very, very happy as well. I finished it. We took it from a blank canvas all the way to the end. This piece I'm very happy with. I hope that you have a little bit less fear when looking at a blank canvas and you see it as an opportunity for creativity and joy, and not just that it's super intense and terrifying. Because making art should be fun. And if you make mistakes, you can always paint over it. That's the best part. I hope that this was fun and that you enjoy painting yourself. Happy making. I hope they don't think I mean painting on themselves. That's all right. They can do that.